Big Mom's house. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah.
Welcome back to Big Mama's house, y'all. Mama and Pop are here with you to discuss Welcome to Plathville, Season 5, Episode 8.
Hello, y'all.
Just aired today,
Yeah.
October 20.
24.
Is the 24th already?
It is the 24th.
My goodness, the time flies, doesn't it? So, yes, October 24th, 2023. This was a weird episode. It feels very, like Papa was just saying, it feels very forced. Like
Yeah.
they don't really have a storyline and they're just trying to make shit up to make, just to make another episode. And that's totally fine. Whatever. I'm here for the class, but
Or maybe they were just making them have a Christmas episode, and they didn't want to do that.
it could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. So, this is the first Christmas that the Plath kids have ever had.
Yeah.
And so they went and they found their first Christmas tree all together. Everybody was there except for Ethan, obviously, and Micah.
Yeah.
Who's still in California. And they cut down their little tree. Wasn't even little. It was pretty tall.
Like Clark Griswold type.
And it from the way Kim sounded, it made it sound without saying it that Barry was the one who was like absolutely not. No holidays.
Yeah.
And even she said that while, she still believes in most of the things that, led her to like not have no holidays, things have changed. And she said, I have the freedom now to do it if I want.
She looked like she was very happy though, hanging out with her kids doing Christmas.
Well, it's the first time she's had one in 25 years too.
So you think she'd be a little more excited?
Well, I mean,
Not like
maybe she worked all day and she's tired. I don't know.
If it's my first Christmas celebrating with my kids,
But yeah, I agree with you. If she did not seem alight with the Christmas spirit,
No.
you are correct.
No.
And then Kim said that she wishes that Ken could be there, but the only person that knows about him is Isaac.
Yeah.
So obviously he can't be there. And they all went for the big tree. Did you notice that? They could have had the nice, cute little like.
Which I'm surprised Mariah didn't go for a nice, cute little thing.
Mariah was trying to. She kept trying to convince him to go with the tree that was shorter than her. Or she's like, look, this one's the same height as me. This one's perfect.
Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Well, she's not quite that short, but she's pretty short. And so I thought that was really cute that they all wanted the big tree. And Mariah was just like, it seems like a lot of money and trouble for something that's not even like, so it's new, great, but it's not like it means anything to us, because they never really had it. And Kim said I think, in my opinion, Kim is using Christmas as a way to maybe get in good with the kids and maybe grease the wheels to like make them a little happier about her when she brings up the subject of Ken.
Yeah.
I think it was a little mom bribery. What do you think?
I don't know. I just didn't. She just didn't look happy, regardless of what her plan was.
She's got this new boyfriend, and you know how it is when you first start dating somebody. You want to spend every minute with them, and it's Christmas, and it's her first Christmas in 25 years, and she can't spend it with her boyfriend.
Okay, but she's spending it with her kids, which should be more important.
No, well, obviously she's there with her kids, but she can still be a little sad that she can't be with him.
I mean, because she's actually kind of proven all the social media Kim haters out there. She's proving them right when I say that she's being selfish, as far as wanting happiness, and that she doesn't want to spend time with the kids. She didn't act like she wanted to spend time with the kids in this episode.
I don't think that's true. I really don't, because she was out there with them trying to find the right tree and getting whichever one they wanted.
Yeah,
she had already gone and got decorations and lights and everything and had it all set up ready to go when they got there, and a tree stand.
But I didn't see her participate very much.
No, because the kids wanted to do it.
I mean, come on. Our kids want to do it too, but I'm always in there.
You are a control freak, and that is why you are in there.
TLC should make her control freak and get her butt in there and make her look like she's happy.
I guess you're right, because we'll save that whole tree thing for the podcast when it's coming up pretty soon. So
Yeah.
we can tell them all about our tree dramas. Um, so then we're going over to Christmas Eve in Minnesota. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
And it's Ethan and Olivia and Lydia Grace and her boyfriend CJ. And it's the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever seen because Olivia bought CJ a butt plug.
Yep. As a gag gift.
A vibrating butt plug. That's not a gag gift.
Well, she said it was a gag gift.
But that is so far over the rainbow beyond appropriate.
Well, remember the one time as a gag gift, I got a blow up doll from a coworker?
And did I think that was appropriate?
No, I threw it away before I entered the house.
Because you knew what I would do with
It
it.
was not appropriate.
It was going to get stabbed many
I'm
times.
just saying, people do that.
I would write that person's name in Sharpie on the head, or right on the forehead, and then I would stab it mercilessly until it was nothing but shreds of plastic on our floor.
But I think a butt plug is a little worse than a blow up doll.
Yeah, that is so inappropriate. And I don't care if her sister said that a gag gift would be fine. Did she tell her sister what the gag gift was going to be?
Olivia's not very good at this stuff.
No. And did you see Ethan's face? He was like, I just want you to know that was not for me. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he's kind of like, why did my wife just buy another guy a sex toy?
Right.
That's what I would. If you did that, I would think the same thing.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate. It's not. Especially, anytime, but especially for Christmas.
Right?
Anytime is bad.
Thank you.
But especially Christmas.
Yes. And Ethan said he thought it was uncool or something, or no, he said he thought it was weird. Can't read my writing again. My hands hurt, so my writing is really bad.
It looks like uncool.
Look, right there. It kind of looks like uncool, doesn't it? Do you know what it says?
Looks like won't.
Well, my hands hurt. I can't even hardly read my own writing, so I apologize.
I was trying to read it.
Well, he thought it was weird, and so do I. Just so you know. And it was really kind of sad because you could tell that he was happy that Olivia had her sister there, but he was missing his siblings.
Yeah.
And that's really sad. And then Ethan pranked Olivia with a spiced pancake for her Christmas.
I don't understand the pranks. That's probably like one of the dumbest pranks ever. Why would you waste food?
It was one pancake.
I don't care. It was just stupid.
In
my opinion, it was dumb.
And here's my thing. My favorite is blueberry pancakes. Blueberry almost anything. Okay. And when I saw that he was making blueberry pancakes, my mouth started to water, and then he fucking put that stuff in it. And I went, blasphemy. To myself and the dogs who were in the room with me. And I was just like, that's not cool, man. You do not fuck up blueberry pancakes. It is not okay.
That was a better joke than what Olivia did to her sister's boyfriend.
Yeah.
That was more appropriate than the butt plug.
Yeah. And tell me if after the butt plug thing and then the silly Ethan prank that he played on Olivia on Christmas, or I guess this was all Christmas.
Yeah, I thought
for Christmas morning.
That's for like April Fool's Day, not.
But then there was tension.
Oh, there's always between the four of them.
Yeah. Tension. Something is like weird.
Yeah. This whole show was weird.
Yeah, but it's gotten.
Episode.
And I told you. Season 1, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, they're so cute." Not the mom. I guess you could see. I'll say she's evil because you don't really know him yet.
Yeah.
But then one season, like 2.5 happens. You're like, "What the fuck happened?"
This is probably, in my opinion, so far, a very boring and probably one of the worst seasons.
Well, this for you. I really get into the detail work. You know me. So to me, I think it's more interesting to figure out like how they're all working. I think I've got them all pretty well diagnosed now.
I need a little bit more drama, whatever the show's.
Well, that's why you watch Days of Our Lives. You can get your drama there.
Exactly.
And because
I need somebody to be possessed by the devil on the show.
Of possible work issues, Papa may not be around for any more of our Plathville podcasts. So, it might just be me from now on. So I'm really trying to enjoy this one.
Well, I get to make my own hour, so we'll see.
We'll see, but it might be a lot harder for us here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
so I'm really glad I saved a really boring episode for possibly my last one for a while.
I know. I was like, oh, he's not gonna be happy with this one. So then we have Mariah, Lydia, and Isaac, and they were trying to put this big old tree in the tree stand, right? And they have never done it before.
No.
They've never been up close to a Christmas tree, didn't know what the tree stand works,
It's a pine tree. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they decided to tie it to the wall because you have to buy a certain size stand for a certain height tree in order for the physics to allow it to stay
And the
upright.
stand was too big, right?
It was too small.
Oh, too small. Okay.
Yeah, because they had a much taller tree than most people get. You have to get a specialized one for one over like 12 feet, I think. Um, if I'm not right, I apologize. But I think as far as I remember, that's what it was. And so I myself have lived in homes and had janky materials and no money, and because one year or a couple of years, our tree was fine, but the stand it came with, and that the only way it would stand up with is the stand that came built in.
It was missing a leg.
It was missing
Yeah.
a leg,
Yeah.
and so we had to tie it to the wall.
Yeah.
So that, because even if the cats brushed up against it, it was going over.
Yeah.
So I tied that bitch to the wall because you know why? I don't want my decorations broken. I don't want my tree and stuff screwed up. I don't want, my cat to maybe get electrocuted.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation is, you avoid it by you should always honestly tie a tree to the wall.
Okay.
Because in case of an earthquake or anything like that, it saves everything from being tipped over and broken, and possibly someone being injured, depending on the size of your tree.
Okay.
Just a little PS. I was just trying to little mom advice out there.
You said in one of your episodes earlier tonight that it's still too early for Christmas. It's a little too early for Christmas, babe.
Did I say something about Christmas?
Well, you were reading our commercials.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Amen to that. And I also agree that tinsel is the devil.
Yes.
And also, if you have any animal, do not use tinsel. They can eat it, and they do, believe me, because our cat has eaten a whole fucking shoestring. And they can get so easily twisted up in their intestines and in their stomach and will kill them.
Yeah.
Same thing for small children. If you have babies, toddlers, anybody under school age, do not use tinsel. And even if they are like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, be careful. Watch it, because tinsel will kill your small children and pets. It's a proven thing. Sorry.
That's how.
I wasn't trying to be morbid, y'all. It's trying to save lives.
That's how boring this episode was. Is that you're doing
PSAs and stuff covering the show. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just trying to be helpful. So then we got Micah, and he's alone on Christmas Day, and he's trying to go snowboarding up the mountain. And he seems really sad. Like, he says he's looking forward to it and whatever, but he just, the whole episode and his interviews and everything, he just seemed really
he was off too. Yeah, he was off too.
Really withdrawn and not himself at all. And it really kind of made me worry, because I know this was this last Christmas. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I know this was, 10 months ago, 11 months ago, but still,
maybe siblings.
It makes me really sad that,
it's his family, I think.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what he's like. I didn't think about Christmas. It's not a thing we usually do. No. So I didn't make any plans. And now, you know how hard it is to get travel arrangements around Christmas if you don't have them reserved for it.
The restaurant open.
Right. But then as he was trying to get to the mountain, the road was closed due to ice. Yeah. And so he was like, I'm just going to call Ethan while I'm sitting here waiting, nothing to do. And he doesn't answer the phone. And then Micah tells us that Ethan doesn't answer the phone in a few weeks. So he calls his dad, who doesn't like the holidays, and he's alone because all the kids are at mom's house where the Christmas is.
Yeah.
He says, and Barry tells Micah that Ethan hasn't answered for him in a while either. But he says, that's just Ethan.
Barry did wish him Merry Christmas.
I think he just said Happy Holidays, didn't he? Or did he say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas. Yeah, they're not gonna say Happy Holidays, babe. Oh. It's gonna be Merry Christmas.
Well, the reason that they don't celebrate Christmas, and Barry said this.
He wasn't born on December 25th.
Yeah, no one knows exactly the specific day he was born, and that's why I always say it's the representation of Jesus' birth. Yeah. So it's like we don't know when his actual birthday is, so we throw him a party at the same day every year to honor him. And I think saying that that's just somebody allows people to act in a way that isn't healthy. Yeah. It's not healthy to not return a phone call for weeks.
Yeah.
And I understand being an introvert.
Maybe Olivia took his phone.
Maybe. Who knows? So thankfully, before too long, the road gets opened and Micah gets to go snowboarding. And he
Yay.
says he has the greatest time, and he calls it heaven. He says if there is a heaven and he dies and he goes there, that's what it would be like for
He
him.
must lots of snow in heaven.
So snowboarding on it, yeah, because I guess they call it fresh powder because they're snowboarding, dude. And
It was real snow.
yes,
Yeah.
because it's up on a mountain in
Yeah.
California. So yeah, and they had a lot of fresh snow, and so he thought it was way better than the time they snowed before, or they snowboarded before because there wasn't near as much snow.
I have another question. I mean, we already covered this once.
Uh-huh.
What was Mariah wearing to go out for a Christmas tree? A gown?
A long black
Yeah.
maxi dress.
You don't wear that stuff to go out in the woods to get a tree.
She wore boots.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. Combat boots, right? Little, yeah. You don't
Dude,
wear.
she got baptized in a mini skirt and boots.
I know you don't wear that stuff.
She's not. I mean, she only black is her thing, and
At least wear your leather pants
she.
to go for.
You don't ruin what leather pants in the snow. Are you nuts? Those things are expensive.
It wasn't snowing when she got the Christmas tree. It wasn't snowing there.
Why not?
Yeah. No, she was in a dress and like a little gown.
Oh, I know that.
All right, but I mean, jeans. Wear jeans.
It's just a maxi dress. It's literally just a cotton
It doesn't
dress.
matter.
Okay.
God.
I know. Wardrobe is your faux pas. I know.
Yeah, well, wardrobe is my thing.
So,
My jam.
Ethan has another new car.
I missed that part. Sorry.
It is a 76 Chrysler New Yorker. It is a boat, and he was laughing, saying he thinks it's 30 feet long. And it probably is.
My old friend from back in the day had one of those.
Everybody had those back in the day.
You know what?
If you don't know someone who had one back in the day, you're an alien.
I didn't have one back in the day.
No, you didn't, but you know someone who did.
But yeah, I rode in one.
Everybody knows someone who did.
And you know what? He might still have it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. Those big old cars they had to back then because everybody had like 4, 5, 6 kids when we were younger, most of them.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, they had to have these big old cars to took these big families around. And so Ethan took CJ to a cigar lounge.
I did see that.
Yes.
Yep. And they're just there smoking their stoves.
By the way, he keeps saying, "Oh yeah, I saw that," because he kind of turned over on commercials and watched Plathville during the Phillies playoff game, which they lost. So now baseball's thankfully over for the year.
Yes, thankfully my blood pressure come down now.
For in our house anyway, like he can watch the World Series and not have a stroke and turn purple and die out.
I know that's for another podcast, another episode, right? Yeah. But it's going to be one of the worst World Series in the history of World Series.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Well, back to Plathville.
Anyway, I was just explaining why you kept saying, you know, you saw that.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed off right now.
And you're a very good sport for doing this instead.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that cars are the love of his life. His cars are the love of his life. Besides Olivia.
Not Olivia.
No, and then he went, besides Olivia.
Okay.
There was like a little pause.
He had to say that.
And then he went from smiling, thinking about his cars, to, I wish y'all could see the face. You know, he just went from happy to,
Well, I don't know if they're even together at this point in time right now. In real life.
Well, we're not going to talk about
present day.
Because that is not what we're here to do. We're not here to speculate about the current. We're here to discuss about what's happening. I wish we could cover what was really happening. I would adore talking to any one of these lovely people, except for Olivia. She can fuck off. But everyone else,
what's happening now?
I would love to talk to them. I'm a fan.
It's probably more exciting than what's happening on the show.
What do you mean?
The real life is probably actually more exciting than what's happening on the show.
Oh, well, yeah, because I mean, like I said, there's something going on with them all. They're all acting really funky.
Even Barry was like, he looked really
down. Well, that could very well be because everybody's celebrating Christmas except him.
Well, he doesn't believe in Christmas anyway.
And he's just left out and lonely. But again, this is what they did to Kim. But this isn't an either or situation. It was her visitation time. Mm-hmm. He doesn't care about Christmas, so of course she can have him for Christmas. You know? So I mean, it's just like this was her time with them, in my opinion.
And I really feel bad for Ethan because he has no idea how to celebrate holidays.
Well, he's never done it.
Oh, I know what I mean. I feel bad.
And the only person that ever showed him how was Olivia, and I don't know if her family did holidays either.
Yeah, because she gives butt plugs for gifts.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that again.
We already did. We already do that.
And so Ethan says that he thinks that he has concerns that Olivia Olivia's sister,
Yeah, she doesn't seem
has a lot of influence over Olivia,
Yeah.
and she's, quote, more of the sneaky type.
She is. You can tell by looking at her face.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. I can. I can tell that.
I think.
I mean, Olivia.
We'll get to my theory when we get there. Hang on.
Okay. I'm not saying Olivia's better than she is.
No, but then we find out that Olivia and Ethan are a couple of whores. They're whores, babe. Because before they were married, and they were supposed to be going out like to a dinner, right? There and back. They'd go, and instead of going to dinner, they would go out, drive to the airport, pull backwards into an empty hangar, and climb in the back seat and stay there until he came home at midnight. And he's like, I hope nobody ever shines a black light in the back seat. And I'm like, oh, whores.
Yeah.
Whores.
Well,
I don't care. I had a child out of wedlock, and I don't care. I had a child in wedlock, and that didn't work out any better than, it's the same guy. But it didn't, it still didn't work out no matter whether he had babies in or out of wedlock. I don't care about that. But according to some of their thoughts and whatever, that is just not what we would have expected of them.
Yeah.
Because they were so controlled by Kim and everybody and Barry and all the parents, and they were raised so well with this good Christian attitude. They wouldn't do something like that before they got married. That's why they got married, so that they could have sex.
Well, they sound like they had sex before.
Right? So what's the next excuse? Olivia? Just saying.
Continue.
Okay. And Ethan says that he doesn't regret anything with Olivia. He says that he would still marry her regardless. He loves her.
Ask him when the camera's off.
Olivia said that she was jealous of Lydia Grace because she's not married. And it's easier to walk away from a boyfriend than it is a husband.
Oh, yeah. That's most definitely,
yeah. And she said, Olivia says no kids until she and Ethan agree on an upbringing, and that's not happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't see that ever happening unless you get off your fucking chopsticks and you use the brain God gave you and some compassion and get some real therapy with a real therapist who's like, no, this is a private session per HIPAA. You cannot have recording devices in the session.
Not Dr. Oz.
Right? Like legit professional help kind of thing. And then Ethan said, he's been having issues the last 3 years. They've been growing apart.
Yeah, I remember him saying that. Yeah,
and politically and religiously. And I bet he's one of those conservative Republicans.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And I know that she's more
liberal,
and that's great. I appreciate that. But you had those same morals and values when you got married. You are the one who changed away from that.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, in the way I think of it, okay, is in a marriage, you're two halves of a whole. Okay? So, I'm 50% and you're 50%. And if I'm changing my 50%, that's changing the whole because we are one.
Yeah.
And so, if I'm going through something.
I mean, you can change with the times.
Well, I have. We just have.
Yes.
But my thing is, it's like, if I change, I feel like I need to let you know what's going on and why. And you know me, I'm a communicator. Like when shit's going on, I'm like, hey, I need to let you know what's going on with me. This is why I'm acting crazy. Because I've had to explain to you the in-depth details of what fucking perimenopause is and the hell that women live through. And so you didn't understand like a lot of why sometimes I'm really moody or angry for no reason or just really goofy. It's just the hormones, and I can't, or crying over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Literally nothing. But yeah, I just cry sometimes just for no reason. And it's really, it's obnoxious. But if my 50% changes, it affects the whole. So I feel like it's my responsibility to keep you updated on what's going on with me, why my thinking may have changed, or my feelings may have changed.
Why have you changed the whole?
Exactly. Yes. And to bring you along on that journey so that we're still hopefully together. But if not, then I think it gives you a better point to decide.
So basically, you're saying they're growing apart.
Well, that's what he says.
Yes.
That they grew apart. Mm-hmm. And politically and religiously. And we know about the religious thing. But he said that they started out on the same page, but now they're at opposite ends of the spectrum now. And
she was a conservative back in the day, and
exactly. You know, we saw that with the, nose ring and the
Yeah.
tattoos and
Oh yeah.
all, like,
Good job. Yeah.
I allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Our opinion, just
Yeah. Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Um, and they agree about um personal beliefs. Um, but one of the issues that they have is like schooling. Ethan wants them to be homeschooled some. And we know how she feels about homeschooling.
Isn't that what he hated about his mom?
But it was the issue of like when Max did it. He was homeschooled as a young child, during those really formative years to keep him away from those influences and kind of things. But then when they go to middle school, junior
Which
high,
is
whatever you
worse.
call it, exactly, or high school,
Which is worse.
exactly. But, if you're a decent looking kid, you can get along anywhere.
But still, it's gonna be worse.
No, I agree. I'm just saying
You're
that
still gonna
that's what they
influence.
want. That he wants the compromise,
Okay.
and she doesn't compromise on shit.
Yeah. So he's her way or no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he thinks that the family um that loves sorry. He thinks that being around the family that loves Olivia, like his grandparents and his aunt and uncle, it will improve their marriage because he or they believe she's instilled in him that that his family was the cause of all the issues.
Well, yeah, because that's what she says.
Right. So that's like they can't blame that anymore because now they're going to be around the positive family influences. Everybody loves Olivia, so there should be no more excuses,
They love Olivia now.
right? But my thinking is that won't change her mind either.
Yeah.
You can't just being around people who like having you around instead of like you feeling negative towards them feeling negative towards you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to change the way you believe
Nope.
politically or religiously or any of that. She may feel better about herself and be less, whiny and, tantrumy with better relatives around.
Yeah.
But that's not going to change the
But
way she
behind closed
thinks.
doors.
She's still going to be Olivia.
And then for Ethan, she's not gonna change. She's still gonna be Olivia.
Exactly. Her way or no way.
So it's not gonna help Ethan at all.
Unfortunately, I don't think so. Then Lydia Grace says that she and CJ are growing apart, just like Olivia and Ethan. She straight up, that's a quote from her, from Lydia Grace. And then she said that she doesn't know she'll ever want to get married.
Well, at least he's got a butt plug.
Here's my opinion. Okay? It seems like Lydia Grace is kind of like picking at a scab with her sister. Like, I want you to be single with me because I don't want to be single alone.
Yeah.
And I want to be on the show. And if we're on the show, then maybe, we can do it together. And we can be interesting together
because she said she didn't like Ethan. Lydia Grace.
I don't know. She says she didn't know. It's not that she doesn't like him. She just knows that they're not a good fit.
Okay. Well, because she was looking at him kind of evil a couple times when they're doing the pancakes, eating breakfast.
Yeah, no, she's not a big fan of Ethan.
No, yeah, she was giving him like the.
And it doesn't make any sense. Like, I know he's kind of a goober, but I mean, I don't know.
Olivia's the cause of most of these problems. So.
Thank you. Yes. And then she asks her sister, "Are you healthier with Ethan or without him?" And she didn't know. Olivia didn't.
No.
And that's crazy. If you can't say straight up, I'm better off with my husband.
Yeah.
End of story, period. You don't need to be married to that person anymore.
Yeah.
End of story.
Divorce.
And then Lydia Grace asks Olivia if it's easier to be single. I'm not sure what to expect of marriage. It is easier to be single.
Because
you can do what you want. You can go where you want. You don't answer anybody. You don't have any role like personal responsibilities to anybody.
Yep.
And of course that's either. You can go out and date whoever you want. You can, everybody if you want.
There's no limits.
Yeah. So, and that's what she wants is total unbridled freedom. And that is not what marriage is.
No. And that's Olivia.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't have that.
But you think so does Lydia Grace.
And I think eventually she's going to break up with.
Exactly. She's going to worm her way between, even further the divide between Ethan and Olivia. And I'm like, I'm here for it. Make it happen soon, girl, because Ethan needs to be free.
Yep, free
Ethan, free Ethan, free.
I'm
Ethan.
not going to do that. But subscribing is free.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you all. This man. I love you. It really was kind of a slow episode. There wasn't a whole lot going on, but a lot of it was just a repeat of stuff that just made me want to go, oh, every time Olivia's face was there and her mouth opened.
Too many commercials, TLC.
Yeah, Mama Alone 2 is all about the commercials of this episode. So please, it's short. It's like 12 minutes.
I watch a half an inning of baseball. All right, for the time of your commercials.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous fucking commercials. So I hope none of you actually watch the show. I hope you all come straight to me for the info because fuck TLC and their commercials.
We don't have commercials.
You know, yeah, we don't have any commercials unless you're on YouTube and you don't have the premium or whatever to not get ads. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Yeah.
But anyway, you guys, thank you so much. We really love being here to share this great people with you. I love this family. I am a little bit obsessed. And I'm so thankful to have this time doing all this with Papa. And it's been a lot of fun and it's been good for us to have.
You know, like I said, I make my own hours. I can make sure I'm home Tuesday nights.
Well, we'll do our best.
Okay.
How about that? We don't promise anything here because it's life. We're human. Shit happens. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So we will do our very best to not just be me because that would be sucky and boring and I would blame nobody for not listening. But I hope you do because we like you guys and we enjoy having you here with us at Big Mama's house. Because everyone is welcome at Big Mama's house.
Everyone.
Until next time, you guys.
Even Dallas Cowboy fans.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Just don't tell me you're Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, there we are. Okay, I was going to be like, ooh, you just open a can of worms. All right, you guys, until next time, please spay and neuter your pet.
Subscribe.
Please wear your seatbelt.
Subscribe.
Please use your turn signal.
Subscribe.
And be kind.
Kind.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.